What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Ask Alex, where this is a show where I take all your questions and answer them here on this show. I'm your host, Alex Hampton, and this is episode 30. Episode 30. I've actually done 30 episodes of Ask Alex. Like, wow, I didn't think I could do it, and it's just, wow, I pray that I can continue doing this particular show. And yeah, like this, just amazing. I got a lot of great questions over the weekend. A lot of shocking things happened over the weekend that I'm going to dive into today. And if you want your question on this show, it's very simple. All you have to do is just send me an email at static145910@gmail.com, or you can just simply tweet me at Mr. Alex Hampton, or you can leave a comment under my Instagram page at Mr. Alex Hampton to ask me any questions you would like on this particular show. Now that we got out the way, I'm so eager to jump into the first topic of today. And the first topic comes from a Mark Wagner. And he writes, "Hey Alex, so I'm just going to get straight to the point. So Lashana Lynch has been cast to play the new 007 in the Bond 25 movie. I don't know how to feel about this news, but I am open to the possibilities of what this film will bring. Do you think this is a smart move to completely change the character of 007? Well, thank you for your question, Mark. So, what Mark's referring to, literally about less than 24 hours ago, news broke that Lashana Lynch, who is the actress, you may know her from the Captain Marvel movie, she's the best friend of Captain Marvel, who is now cast to take on the role of 007. And there are multiple reports reporting this, and I want to clear some things up, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. So she's not taking on the role of James Bond. She's just adopting the moniker of 007. Which means in the article it stated that once James Bond leaves MI6, Lashana's character will take on the role as 007. So it wasn't necessarily clear that she would be named James Bond, but she'll take on the moniker of 007. And as we all know, 007 is in reference of James Bond. So it's very different, but that's what the report is initially saying. And multiple reports, when you go look at this article, that she's not going to be James Bond she's not going to be James Bond in the whole particular film. She's going to adapt that particular moniker once James leaves MI6. And it doesn't necessarily tell us how he's going to leave, whether he dies or he just decides to quit or whatever the case may be. Here's my take on this. So I posted this on Facebook and I believe Twitter. Honestly, after reading the article, I'm not necessarily in 100% agreement of this. And here's why. I'm all for inclusion. I'm all for recasting and doing things different to franchises. I think that you have to revigorate certain things to make people come to them. I know personally in my life, when I do my own films, I change the narrative. When I do my own shows like this, I change certain things. So I get the fact that, the studio wants to do something different and they own the property, so they have that right to do that. The reason why I'm not necessarily 100% agreeant of this particular situation is that James Bond 007 has always been synonymous for one another. And James Bond, we all know him to be a smooth man. Now, I don't care if they change the race of the character, because personally, I don't think the race matters for that particular character. But I was actually looking forward to see if they're going to change James Bond, like, why don't they pass it to an Idris Elba or like a Chadwick Boseman or a different actor to take on the role. I'm not doubting Lashana Lynch's acting ability. I think she's an amazing actor. And if you follow her acting career, she actually has some really good acting credits. However, I just don't agree with this. There's just something about this in particular I don't agree with. And I want to choose my words very carefully because I don't want to offend people. But this particular decision doesn't seem genuine to me. And I don't know a whole story behind the scenes. But I will say is that in this particular vein, I'm not okay with her taking on this particular mantle. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I want to stay very minimum in regards to this story. I'm glad she got the job, but at the same time, like, I think the studio could have went a different route. So that's where I'm at with that. Thank you for your question, Mark. Let's go ahead and jump into the next question, which comes from a Katrina Slack. And she writes, "Hey Alex, over these last few days, a lot of people have been hating on Hailey Bailey for her casting as Ariel in the Little Mermaid remake. There's petitions and Facebook pages to remove her from this role. Don't you think that this level of hate is getting out of hand?" Well, thank you for your question, Katrina. So, I know about a week ago I posted the breaking news of this particular story. And I talked to a few people who were in my comment section about this, who basically, for the most part, had no points in regards to anything that I said. And let me just say this. I've sat back. I've watched a lot of stuff. I have forever been the humble guy. I have time to not be humble today. And the reason why I have no time to be humble, I have time not to be humble today, is because of the fact that this level of racism and anarchy and just people being complete idiots, just idiots, who are making petitions, Facebook pages, Twitter pages, to remove a young actress from a role that Disney said that she was good enough to get, all because of the color of her skin. Let me just say this. First of all you idiots out there, whether you follow me on my social medias or watch this video, petitions usually don't work for movies. Movie studios don't look at them. They don't take them in high regard. They're stupid. Movie studios don't give a damn about petitions. Okay? And I usually don't cuss on this show, but today I'm going to make an exception. And for you stupid, idiotic racists out there, you don't deserve to see these wonderful movies that decide to change a narrative or a plot point or a character. I'm just blown away that people are getting so up in arms about a fictional character that does not exist. And let's do some backtracking here. Let's look at the original Little Mermaid movie. In the original Mermaid movie, right? It takes place in international waters where there are multiple versions of mermaids that live underwater that are white, black, green, blue, a whole different sea of colors. In international waters, that means that there are going to be people or beings of color in international waters. Her supporting cast, like the crab, the crab is a Jamaican. He has a Jamaican accent. It's not, and the Little Mermaid Ariel is not real. It's not real. So her race does not dictate her overall story arc. And to prove my point even further, if you look at what's going on in different types of movies, you can't cast a Black Panther movie without a black actor, because the story and the title of this movie is Black Panther. Simple. And people say, well, Alex, Black Panther's not real. You're right, he's not real. But his race is a big factor of his character. Black Panther lives in Africa, with predominantly all black and brown people. Ariel lives underwater. That's predominantly all different shades of colors of mermaids who are not human. So all of this unnecessary hate is so redundant and stupid. And if you, the viewer, who disagrees with what I say, and honestly, I can care less. You can comment below and leave your opinion on there. I can give two F's about it. If you can't seem to understand that a mermaid is not real, and even in the original animated movie, it takes place in a very diverse setting where the color of her skin does not matter to her story arc, then you're an idiot. Sorry, you're an idiot. And if you want to unsubscribe, you want to unfollow, you want to do all that, I can literally give a damn, okay? That's my opinion. Thank you for your question. Let's go ahead and jump into the next question, which comes from a Shane Williams. And he writes, "Hey Alex, why does The Lion King have a rotten rating on Rotten Tomatoes? I thought this movie would be great, just like the original. Why are critics not liking this movie?" Well, thank you for your question, Shane. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I honestly don't know. You know, I read some of the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and I've watched a lot of reviews on YouTube from other critics as well who've seen the movie. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, critics don't like the movie. I'm going to go see it on premiere night at the Disney Theater, but I haven't. I couldn't tell you why. I couldn't tell you why they don't like the movie. You know, I just have to be honest with you. A lot of people are saying that it's not a official remake. They don't really go by the point by point of things in the animated movie, which is not necessarily a big deal for me. But, you know, honestly, I think that, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion of the movie. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't judge it yet, but I am very interested in seeing the movie once I do get a chance to watch it. So thank you for your question, Shane. Let's go ahead and jump into the next question. The final question that comes from a Cameron Gates. And he writes, "Hey Alex, Spider-Man Far From Home has made over $800 million at the box office. Do you think that this movie will hit the $1 billion mark? If not, do you think Sony will take the property back from Marvel?" Well, thank you for your question, Cameron. So what Cameron's referring to, over this past weekend, Spider-Man Far From Home made over $800 million at the box office. That's worldwide. And there's a report floating around that if Marvel does not, if this movie does not make $1 billion, Sony will take back the full rights from Marvel to do this, from Marvel to do their own iteration of Spider-Man. To be 100% honest, I don't know if that's true or not. A lot of reports are saying that it is true, but I have no fear that this movie is going to make $1 billion. It's only been out for like 2.5 weeks. It still hasn't finished its theatrical run yet. So I will say their numbers will go down after this weekend because Lion King comes out. But I don't think that if Sony is smart, they're not going to take their property from Marvel. They're not. They're not. And I think the reason why this report is even news is because I don't think they know, Sony knows that they can't do Venom and a Morbius movie too long to establish their own cinematic universe. They can't do it too long without at least mentioning or having Spider-Man in their presence. So personally, I think that it's not going to happen. I don't think that Sony's going to take the rights back from Marvel. I doubt it. But if they do it, I think that would be stupid. And I do think that Spider-Man is going to hit over $1 billion. So thank you for your question. That is my show today, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of Ask Alex. If you want your question on the show, just go ahead and send me an email. And also, please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel where I get and hit the notification on there so you get all of my notifications of all the things I'm doing here on Momentum Media. Got a lot of great stuff coming, and please go to my Patreon page and take a look at that. Please be a supporter on that. I have 2 tiers on there that you can help support us at what we're doing here at Momentum Media. Thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, you have a blessed day. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page to get more exclusive content coming from my YouTube channel. And if you want to watch my previous videos, go ahead and click on this video up here or this video down here, where you get to see more exclusive content coming from my channel. Thank you guys for watching this video, and you guys have a blessed day.